here's our next little quandary we have here, Linda. We got your 2 bushes here. We've got this stuff here coming down. We also have these 2 plants down here. I kind of like these. And I think they're all running from this little spray head right here. That sprays out and gets all this, but we don't want that. We're going to put some bubblers in here. So I'm just looking at this. I think we've got enough. We're going to run a bubbler out there. We're going to put a Y, a T there. We're going to go over to there, put a little drip piece there. And then we've got these 2 to mess with because the spray and stuff. See how this is wet right here? It looks like the water has come down. And I don't think there's any drip here, but you always want to look at your existing area. We could pull this around. We could kind of dig around the outside and see if you can see a pipe. But look at this. See this pipe here? Yeah. Here's a 1/4 inch. I know it's not going up there. And I believe the main water line is going across here. I pull that up. Look at that. Here you got a bubbler right out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And that's what they're using to water down here. They've got this, so I think we can reutilize this. I'm going to end up extending this. We can save this pipe. We can put a coupling on there. Okay. We can extend this. We can use that same bubbler right down in here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now, since we found that bubbler, I'm not sure. Hey, what happened to my knee pad?
Oh, I put it away.
I'm lost without my knee pad.
Let me grab it.
Okay. We're gonna look at this area here because see, I see there's moisture here, right? So I don't think there's a bubbler here at all. I might want to do some probing because it looks all nicely wet here, and I think it's just coming from that. But to see, we got to make a decision. Do I come down and tie into that same 1/4 inch line, or do I go down to the 1/2 inch line and bring another one out here? But I don't necessarily need to do that if there's already one here. And see, when I turned the water on, it looked like this sprayer was actually plugged up, so it wasn't actually spraying, cascading this whole way. So, not quite sure yet what we're going to do with this plant. And I doubt, you know, we could turn the grass sprinklers on too, but I don't think it's spraying over here. So I'm going to have to kind of look at this a little bit more, and let's figure out what to do with this one, shall we?
You know, I think it might very well be from the sprinkler, though. It did sprinkle this morning, and I get a lot of overspray.
You get some overspray up this direction?
You know, it could very well be.
Well, shall we check that out?
We could do that.
Because ultimately, as we're moving, we're starting. It's like, hey, where do we start in this project? Yeah. I usually try to pick a point, and then I'll just start going from left to right or wherever I'm at. So this is our next section. Yeah. I want to kind of take care of this as we go so we don't leave any loose ends unturned.
Got it.
Okay, so let's turn your sprinklers on and see what happens with this again.
You want me to go around and turn them?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that. And we'll be right back. Okay, I got the sprinklers back on, the drip. See how this one here sprays out like that. And that's how this one's supposed to do too. I'm looking at this and see it's only trickling out. I think it's either plugged or it's got a screw end on here, and that's kind of slick too, but we're not going to worry about that kind. And it's dripping and it's coming straight down, and I think that's what's watering this bottom plant. I got the grass on over here too. I'm going to turn the grass back on over in this area and see what we got. Okay, I've got the other grass ones on, and I kind of like these sprayers, but it's giving a little bit of an overspray. And, you know, these are adjustable somewhat. Okay, that type of sprinkler head. But see where the overspray is going? It's going all the way along there. Even that sprayer there, it's hitting those nice purple plants there. You see that, Linda? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what does that tell us? That tells us we don't need a drip to either one of those, right? So we're going to cap that other one off. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Here's my sprinklers again. And see, usually for your backyard, the ones that are closest to your backyard will be for your backyard, and the ones closest to the front yard will be where? To your front yard. This was the back drip irrigation. This is for the grass, the other side of the grass, and here's the other one for the grass that we were just at. So, okay, righty-tighty, tighten that up. The water's off. I'm going to put that back over like I found it. I think she said this was for bugs or something. Okay.
For bugs?
What was that rug for?
Just to keep dirt and soil and grime off of it.
Okay. You're the boss.
Is that silly?
Okay. We're ready to continue.
We're rolling, Bob. That's a Bob Dylan song.
Oh, okay. I thought you, for a second, you were going to say, okay, Bob, like Bob Vila, this old house.
Oh.
Okay, you remember? We got a bubbler. See this bubbler here?
Sure.
We're going to cap this off. We don't need this down here, do we?
No.
Okay. And then you'll have to make a decision. Do you want this for something later, if you think, but I'm going to say you're not ever going to need this. I'm going to say we should maybe cut it off a little bit shorter, cap it off, and then we can use this length of pipe for something else. That's why
Sure.
I don't like to just cut it off at the end.
Got it.
Let's say. Now I can't really use that nice and easy. Okay? So before I do that, I'm going to just kind of situate this, because it's now getting a little bit muddy, because not really muddy, but just moist because we turn those sprinklers on. And you could do this like the day ahead of time, and that's why I like to use my knee pad too.
Okay.
Okay, so.
So good, you protect yourself with your lumbar belt.
Yeah.
Your knee pads.
I use this back there for everything.
Yeah, it's really good that you do that.
I can get it tight.
Yep.
Like that, and it's got little ribs on the support in it, and it goes up here, so it gives me really good support. And if you want, you can put the suspenders on. If I have a nail bag on, I might put the suspenders on.
Sure.
And I can adjust that, and it'll take some of the weight off of my nail bag.
Very good practice.
More times than not, if I'm just doing it like this, I don't have the suspenders, but I leave them there just in case I need them.
Yep.
Okay, so where are we at on this project?
Bubbler.
We're going to cut this off. Okay? I'm going to cut this off right there.
Okay.
That. And then I'm going to put the plug right there. Now what I could have done, I could have dug this all the way back, put the plug in the actual pipe, the half-inch pipe, and then I could have saved this little piece. But, you know, I'm not going to do that for the sake of speed.
Yeah.
See? Now I can reuse this, save that, and we're just keeping all of our old parts in here. That way, when I get ready, I can look at my old parts and say, okay, what do I need next? Can I use something that I already cut off?
Yep.
Okay.
Like it.
So I guess I've got to get some little plugs. We moved everything because we turned the water on. What happened to our plugs?
Aren't they there?
That's another reason.
Oh.
That's another reason for the cardboard box. You can keep everything in there so you don't cover things up.
I think they're on top of the barbecue.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
Yeah, sorry about it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here's our plugs. Yes. I like the little goodie there that keeps them all in place. Okay, let's snap that off. Let's see this. You see right there where it's concave, and then there's that little slot. Okay, that's the end, not that end. That's your cap that sticks out.
Okay.
That's the end you want.
Okay.
And I've already made sure that's straight. And let's see if I can do this with my gloves on. Okay, there, done.
Okay.
Okay. And of course I don't want it like that. What are we going to do?
I'm going to bury it.
Line here. Gently push that down. If you have to, you can raise that up a little bit more and get just a little bit more of that. Okay, that. Take our dirt. Goodbye. Okay.
Sweet.
Okay, onward to the next thing. Now we've got to deal with this little puppy.